Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to show you something very simple yet very powerful and a completely different approach for solving production support. For example, say I have a server running and I'm keeping a track of my server performance. And you can see that there is a value here which says 1. So you can see the last 1 second's server performance. If I increase it by 5, you can see I can track last 6 seconds how my server is performing and it looks normal. I can keep adding more seconds and I can keep a track of the last 20-30 seconds whatsoever, right? So this is an application, a standard server monitoring application in most of the companies. Now for some event and say for some reason somehow uh, the counter went all the way up to 97 and you can see that it is still able to track the previous 97 seconds of the server. But due to certain event, the counter got increased to 100 and the moment it hit 100, you can see the app crashed. Now, what is the typical process in any company is the moment something crashes, basically nobody monitors it after say 3-4 hours, right? And then suddenly some business users might be trying to do something else and they end up seeing that, oh, the server has some issues and it is not working. What then they typically do is they will go to a ticketing portal, most likely ServiceNow or some other portal. They will come here and they will say, okay, the counter, something like reached 100 and the application crashed. And what they eventually want to do is they would like to add more descriptions like the application is now down and is losing money for us, right? Typically that's what happens. Now the ideal way is, or the traditional way was, that the user will create a ticket. That ticket eventually will be picked by a production support person and that person will manually go and fix that problem. In our example, that number 100 is basically maintained in a file like this. Okay, it will look something like this, 100. But because we are building an AI application, what we typically want to do is we want to create an user ticket and we can see that our performance is still crashed. So the moment a user creates a ticket, this ticket should be picked up by an AI agent. It can go through the description of the ticket and say, oh, our application is down and I should be doing something. And that's why the smart agents are built these days to fix those issues by some standard guidelines. So the moment we create the ticket, you can see the ticket was created. Now if I go back to my file, okay, it still says 100 because it's a stale file. Now if I go back to my monitoring application, you can see that the counter was reset and the application is back up and running without any human interventions. Now how did I create these two applications? I will show it next. So what I did was, this was a problem statement. So I came to my coding assistant and I have described the scenario as well as what this application is supposed to do. What my coding assistant did is actually went ahead and built this entire application for me. You can see here that all the codes and everything were written by the AI coding assistant. I did not write a single word here. This whole application was created and now it is back up and running fine without any human intervention. So you saw that just in less than 5 minutes, this entire application was built. It gave me instruction how to run it up and again, and now you can see that now my server is continuously running and I can go again all the way up to say 98. My server is still running, everything is fine. You can see if I scroll all the way to the bottom, so this is running fine. And if I hit the problem again, say 100, and you can see the app status says running. The moment I say 100, you can see it crashed. And if I come all the way to the bottom, you can see my server is no longer running. That means my application went down. And Now what I can do is quickly go to my ticketing portal again, and I can, if it is a common issue, I can just set the ticket counter all over again, and I can say 100, please fix it. Say some other user must have noticed this bug. They comes here, they creates a ticket. Now you can see that if I go back to my monitoring, it is all fine all over again. Hope you liked this demo, and if you want to learn how to build such kind of applications, please do reach out to us and we can help you learn and build awesome applications using AI. Thank you.